greatest people of the world, international one across the global world. Over here, we are giving great excellence and great gratitude and great respect into the Better Center Foundation. Found them at Better Center, These ones are the greatest people of the international global world, united with all the departments yes, of the City of Cape Town, UCT GSB. Because we are the alumni of the UCT GSB, Raymond Ackerman Academy, and all the advanced, we will mention them later, which one are those alumni we are talking about, that are the greatest ones that have managed to unite in one unity, such as those that were dropped out of school in terms of those years. Here over here, we are talking about them as the youth of the alumni since way back in these private institutions that were giving graduate to, and the great excellence of trust and accountability for them to carry on what with their studies while we carried on not cleaning our streets right now. When we were left out of school, now we are coming back with the knowledge that we've managed to obtain, managed to gain, inherit, and managed to endure while we were still students. Back then, before troublesome 96. Therefore, these are the institution alumni that we are congratulating from the UCT, UNISA, USB, meaning University of Stellenbosch, and the University of Western Cape, Cape Peninsula University of Technology in Bellville, Pentec, and then also in Cape Tech. Only from the Western Cape, we congratulate them. All those who came from other provinces still step back. We are not talking about you. And then we are talking about the Boland College. We are talking about College of Cape Town, False Bay College, Northlink College, and then the South Cape College, the West Coast College, the Concept College. All of them as one over here. If you can manage to see them, and then if you can't see them thoroughly, you have to just resume and pause and then zoom it. You will see them all by one name, by time. But we're gonna introduce them later. Others are these ones over here. These are the institutions of higher learning, basic foundation, secondary schools, advanced further, tertiary, university, and others are from primary, and others are from also secondary high schools. We are back on track, yes, delivering our own services. Now let's carry on. These pages, we're going to hear them later when we introduce them into the next presentations. Remember what the concept, what is youth development now, victims empowerment, sustainable livelihood. 3, 4, social crime prevention, services to older people, care and support services to families, services to persons with disabilities, care to protection services, child, youth and care centers. Now let's go back to the form for the entire Western Cape Provincial Province. Remember, we are a prototype for the one earth, all continents, for all the communities of the continents, all the cities, all the whatever you can call it across the global world. Now the question is, give us the project background. The project background is to also increase and provide job tender creating, community building, sustainable development, huge economic opportunities and entrepreneurial economic empowerment with huge skills development for education and training skills, economic growth such as learnerships and apprentices, and the NYDA City of Cape Town youth programs, the SETA's education and training for stipends, yes, from the SETAs to give us education and training for stipends in these following departments. There's the FASSET, FASSET SETA, the HW SETA, the SETA, CETA SETA, the ETDP, the PFP&M SETA, the LG SETA, the MICT SETA, the TETA, TATA, TETA, and then the CAT SETA, and the P-SETA, the MECA SETA, the SASETA SETA, the Services SETA, and the WNR SETA, the Agri SETA, the Casidra, and the Sakatau and Sandsborg services and programs, and therefore these ones are dedicated for the growth and expansion from Sub-Council 1 to Sub-Council 24, and then grow, multiply, and enjoy and great skills of empowering all the youth to the Western Cape provincial provinces, black and colored townships, to support our chairperson, known as the chairperson of the youth of the Western Cape province, to support even the premier, and to support even, yes, for the Sub-Council 10 disadvantaged team, Sub-Council 1 to Sub-Council 10 to Sub-Council 24, misfortunate, underdeveloping, unskilled, uneducated, unemployed, and disabled youth and young adults from age of 0 years to the age of whatever age you've got until 46 years, our own criteria. We are focusing from the age of 18 years to the age of 49 years. That's our focus of age in the youth development. And then for the we want to expand. We want to bring back the feel, the flow, the flair, the love, the courage, the inspiration, the suspense, even the excitement, enthusiasm of those times when we used to go into the athletics sports days, going so wonderful before 1994, such as we want to have programs, projects, activities, events for the Skumule West Coast Youth Foundation, Easter holidays of the schools, June holidays, September holidays, December holidays, schools holidays, events and activities that are a product of the community safety from the Department of Community Safety in the Western Cape Province. We've got a great business plan of policy and strategy of corporate services on how we can grow the entire Western Cape Province to be a prototype of the global world, countries of the mentioned continents that are a united union of continents, and all their world summits and all their conferences and expos. Yes, for the events to come back so wonderfully, like the FIFA Football World Cup of 2018, the IAA Championships Athletics of 2018, the Winter Games in Russia of February 2018, the Paralympic Winter Games of Korea of 2018. Disabled people, yes, we are so wonderful for you, wanted to empower us to grow together when we were watching all those games in the DSTV sports channels, of super sport channels, of from sport channel 200, the Blitz Sports. We managed to sit down over here, the city of Cape Town, watching the Paralympic Winter Games all across the global world. And then we want to build a private professional associates and partnering organizations and companies and foundations across the Western Cape Department of Enterprise. Yes, Department of Enterprise Development of the Western Cape Community Safety programs. And then we've got a relationship of the ecosystem with Craft and Design Institute, a Cape Innovation and Technology Institute. These are our ecosystem. And then we want to build other learnerships, for the ICANN Disabled Learnerships Institute, and also support and grow and what you call an initiate that name is yes, it's written on the first page. The first page, it is asking us what is an affiliation, or yes, if this application submitted as an affiliation named the affiliated organizations. So the affiliated organizations, we have not yet signed a contract very much, but we are in the ecosystem of growth and development, such as the Cape and Design Institute, Cape Innovation and Technology Institute, and then we want to support and grow the ICANN Disabled Learnerships Institute, and then the CIS Skills Institute for the disabled, and then for the Epilepsy Wetton Sesto Learnerships for the disabled. And then we're in the ecosystem of the affiliated organizations such as the Capacity career tech accelerator, and then we want to build another one with the City of Cape Town Department of the Richfield Information Technology Institute, and then with the Western Cape Innovation Hub, and then build another one with the Western Cape Department of Economic Development and Tourism. Therefore, lastly, before the last 10 minutes disappear with us, we want, what is the purpose of the project? The purpose of the project, what is to multiply with all our online network ecosystems, and then ensure that with the first company, we grow very much with the, boot camp for Africa. He has to support Mr. Kariokefi because he's got a great skill of growing and then accessing, moderating, and great skills of sustainable development skills to access how we can come from locally and then grow Africally, and then to grow and explode and multiply globally. Therefore, our project purpose is a provincial community township tender job creating huge global economic upliftment, entrepreneurial growth. Yes, such as the entrepreneurial growth of the huge opportunities we've mentioned from the hashtag 9 GSB business review of global economy, global network of the advanced management to leverage and navigate those huge opportunities. We want to create a partnering association with them too, with all the alumni of all the universities, colleges, further advanced and still secondary schools to unite with the global network, yes, of that we've managed to manage. Number 2, we want to contribute provincial global economic opportunities to the Western Cape Department of the Premier Sustainable Development Goal Plan of 2014 to 2019, and open a provincial World Economic Opportunities Society for All as a global sustainable development gateway to Africa and a gateway to Austria, gateway to Indonesia, gateway to Asia, Europe, gateway to Latin America and the Icelands and the Irelands. This is the 21st millennium. Now we have to carry on and say that number 4, our purpose is a central supplier database, yes, to the GSG global impact of the ICSD 2020 staff by contributing resolutions through page 5 to page 39 of the issue of 34 September 2019 of the Western Cape Provincial Beta Magazine, focus to page 5 and to page 14 and to page 20 to page 25 as a field support service provider, service deliverer, and service excellence of accountable trust of unity in one nativity with the one earth colonial continents of their misfortunate, underdeveloping, disadvantaged continental state international countries with all their streets, municipalities, with all their blocks, with all their misfortunate countries across Africa and all the continents we've managed to mention. Therefore, we are ensuring that our purpose is it them. What do you believe the DSD should consider organization application positively? Positively, you will receive a great playlist profile that will give you the greatest explanations of all our junior research when we will give a moment of great thanks in the next presentation, to whom we are grateful for that question you are asking positively. Therefore, we are keen to answer that number 1 question. We are keen to contribute our field support junior research of page 7 to 12 years of research, 7 to 12 years of research, junior research economic knowledge as the first and the 4th September 2020 Social Outcome Global GSG Impact Conference Summit to their entire vision, values and missions of the Provincial Western Cape MEC's introductions of the issue 34 September 2019 Better Magazine, page 7 to page 14, and then page 20 to page 30, for the 5 priority areas of economy, empowerment, transport, and spatial transformation. Remember what we're going to show you, how we are so uniquely, gratefully, with our graphical literacy, designing skills of mechanical engineering drawings that the founder managed to obtain in one eternity, in one spirituality, and in one immortality of the youth that was studying what Western Cape education curriculums of the international global worldwide since 1993 until 1652, and even beyond 1652. And then yes, we want to ensure safety and security, social services and innovation and culture change for the impact investing in Africa, and the GSG global impact through the vision and mission as of the Western Cape Provincial Better Magazine, issue 18 of September 2018, e-learning for technology into our schools, as the ICSD 2020 staff to service provided the sustainable development, we've got it right. It's not that far, because we are a member of the CISD. This is our approval over here, and in one unity with the one who managed to apply for it. And then for the Sustainable Development Solutions Network Global Association of Masters and Development Practice Programs of the 10-year period planning, as we are also the central supplier for database for government for the planning of our future city, together with Activate leadership of Activate Change Drivers of 2015 Module 1, Caledonia of Philadelphia, yes, of Intake 3 Module 1 in 2015. That executive board is the directive one, that is the empowering, inspirational, most exploratory, adventurous, and the most creative, well skilled, and well projectly integratedly enthusiasm of great excellence of skills, accountability of trust, even today to be united in one unity with the node of the Western Cape node. Therefore, these are the resurrections here of the my leader Cape Activate leadership, planning our future city together for the foreign direct investments of the AEEI, analysis and emphasis of the founder directorate of Skumbule West Coast Youth Foundation, that you have managed to fill the form first, that is accountable for every development and for every structure, but in eternity and immortality with the youth way back, that studied from 1993 until 1652 of the global wide world. And then we want to ensure that we are to service provided the Sustainable Development Social Network Global Association of the Masters. Yes, we've done that. Please describe how you will know your services goals. Okay, that stuff by the provincial, number one answer, by the Provincial Western Cape Department of the Premier, Chief Directorate Policy and Strategy, directing it straight to Dr. Plaskis. And then for the professional research of the City of Cape Town, Mako, Mrs. Gee, the professional director, professional researcher of the City of Cape Town, Mako, Mrs. Gee, with Dr. Prpsl1, to moderate and access our achieved impact services goal outcomes through the City of Cape Town, Mako, 12 criteria of evaluation assessment for using sustainability of 2017-2018. So that's how they will moderate it. That's how they will access it and to know and describe how our services and of achieving our impact goal outcomes by using what the City of Cape Town may call 12 criteria of evaluation assessment using sustainability for the balance of needs, yes, of all those continents we've managed to introduce, that we are dedicating it to for their social department development, growth of the community building, of the community services, of the community sustainable growth through our resolutions and solutions to the 2017-2018 Mayor's Innovation Portfolios of Urban Sustainability through showcasing excellence of 2014-2016. We'll introduce that in the next presentation, question number 7, known as monitoring and evaluation plan. Our evaluation plan of question number 7 of monitoring and accessing and moderating, what we're going to listen it. Lastly, we will be using the services goal outcomes through the City of Cape Town may call 12 criteria of evaluation assessment using sustainability through and the resolution and solutions of contribution of the 5 strategic goal plans framework of the UCT 2017 alumni news, sustainable development criteria of growth development of the framework sustainable goal plans of the 2017 UCT alumni news of 2020 vision 2020. We are in 2020 right now, so we are using those 5 goal plans and their entire values. And then the number 7, monitoring and evaluation, we will be using the Mayor's Innovation Portfolios for Urban Sustainability through showcasing excellence of 2014-2016 for every mayor, for every premier, for every a senator, for every king of Europe, king of whatever planet we've managed to introduce universally. And then project number 8, implementation plan. Therefore, before we go to the implementation plans, because in implementation plans we're gonna end to page into page 9 or 8. So we're gonna take that one this next presentation of project implementation plan in the next video media presentation. Now let's carry on with just a simple introduction of one thing. Therefore, this is the youth development plan, yes, for the funding of the youth, that is the disadvantaged youth, unskilled youth, uneducated youth, drop out of school youth, ex-prisoners, street thugs, street gangsters youth of way back from Trouble 96 of the global worldwide gangster last war. The last war of 19th century was a gangster worldwide war. Therefore, now we are back on track as the last Boy Scouts of the City of Cape Town, as the last Boy Scouts of the Western Cape Province, as the last Boy Scouts of the black and colored townships of the entire sub-councils, from sub-council 1 to sub-council 20 to sub-council 24, and then as the homeless street surviving living people way back from the slavery before even 1652 of all the global native nations, way back from the AC and the BC time, and way back even before the creations of the global world. But we are not there right now. We're just introducing that we are here to also give those resolutions and solutions to. Now, this is the list of the disadvantaged youth programs to be implemented to financial benefit the City of Cape Town CBD Homeless Rehab Academy Institutes, disadvantaged black, colored and African multiracial continental street homeless living survivors, and the disadvantaged youth, the uneducated youth, the drop out of school youth, the misfortunate youth, the unskilled youth, the ex-prisoners, the ex-cons, the drop out of school, and those ones who never managed even to carry on with any education. So these are the programs that we've got. The Scholarhood facilitators through the DSD empowerment programs. Number 2, there's West Coast Youth Foundation, learnerships and apprentices for SETA services, stipend learnership programs with all the departments we've mentioned from the first presentation. Do you want us to repeat them back? So SETA out there, global worldwide, SETA as service providers of the global world, all those who supported SETA, companies, corporate companies, organizations, and all those financial statements, you've managed to grow the SETA department of all the programs and the projects. We are here back right now to ensure that we, as the Skumule Foundation, we've got the projects and programs that we need from you in stipend because of our own stability. Therefore, these are the departments of SETA that we are talking about. Once again, listen to them carefully. What the network of what the Rens Cape Town. Now, this is the cybernet, cyber web, cyber security, cyber connection, cyber social networks, cyber social medias, yes, that are connected to the cyber of network of Rens Cape Town. This is the entire youth that never even entered in your gates of Rens Cape Town at even one day of your existence. We are back now with the learnerships of Skumule Foundation programs to grow the global worldwide investors and funders and those donors and supporters and sponsors that created the SETA entire departments of the Facet SETA, WH SETA, SETA, CETA, ETDP, PFP, and MSETA, the LG SETA, the ICSD SETA, MICTA, the TETA, TEA. Theta. This is, I'm talking right now, just SETA. And then the Cath SETA, the P SETA, the Merck SETA, the SASTA SETA, the services, and the WNR SETA, the Agri SETA, the Casidra and Sakatau and Sunspok services and programs of Casidra. Forward for the disadvantaged, misfortunate, underdeveloping, unskilled, uneducated, unemployed, disadvantaged youth and adults from the age of 18 years, from 0 age to the age of 365,000 years of age, of 100 billion years, millenniums, back to before AC or BC of the Jesus Christ voodoo-ness, which is the Madiba magic. What of the Johannesburg Madiba magic, Jomosono Madiba magic, Ramaphosa Madiba magic, ANC government, presidentiality. Now let's carry on and send it back to Cape Town Comedy Club. Thank you very much for a wonderful song saying that fuck Mr. President with your resident. Fuck Mr. President with your cabinet. Fuck Mr. President with your ministers. Fuck Mr. President with your premiers, but not Helen Zille. Not what Patricia Delile, but not Helen Zille, and not Patricia Delile, but fuck Mr. President Jacob Zuma, fuck Mr. President Nelson Mandela, fuck Mr. President Ramaphosa, fuck Mr. President Thabo Mbeki, fuck with your cabinet. What? Fuck you with your resident. Fuck you with your premiers. Fuck you with your ministers. Fuck you with your senators. Fuck you with your councillors. Fuck you with your fuck you, Jacob Zuma, Mr. President. That was the comedy of Cape Town, of Rens Cape Town song that was playing all day long today, and now it was stuck on my mind. I apologize, international global people of the world, but in the constitution there is what? A freedom of speech. Constitution, right of bills, freedom of speech. That was my freedom of speech through music. Okay? So I'm singing it to close this media presentation straight from the Cape Town Comedy Club. Blow the smoke. What with the smoke of blowing it, the nice international global worldwide song of fuck Fuck Mr. President with your resident. Fuck Mr. President with your premiers. Fuck Mr. President with your ministers. Fuck Mr. President with your cabinet. Fuck Mr. President with your with your councillors. Fuck Mr. President with your Tsababako. Fuck Mr. President with your old age. Fuck Mr. President. But not Helen Zille, Patricia Delille. I say not Helen Zille and Patricia Delille. I say not Miss Helen Zille and Patricia Delille and not Mr. Mayemani. Mr. Mayemani. I say not Mr. Miss Helen Zille, what? And Patricia Delille, and not my money. Awe, me say money, my money. That ain't not my money. His surname. Fuck you all. Freedom of speech, I apologize. It was a song playing today at Rand's Cape Town, was open today, so that song was playing on my mind, and the DJ was DJ Mshai playing that song over there himself as he is the DJ. He was playing the song loudly out of all the streets of the sub-council 10. It was so big, the show today at the Rand's Cape Town when they opened today, and then they had a meeting of the DA from Johannesburg, DA councillors. It was the councillors, it was the president, it was the cabinet of all the DA members from Johannesburg. All of them, they were black people of DA heading a meeting at the Rand's Cape Town today, and that song was DJ Mshai was the DJ Mshai it, and then DJ it. So yeah, I apologize, but yeah, remember what freedom of speech in the Bill of Rights. But what we are a youth team that is so uniquely educated, so uniquely empowered, so uniquely disciplined, and so uniquely respectful of integration, of accountability, of even using great skills of coming back and say that we are not apologizing for the freedom of speech, but we are apologizing for introducing it globally, worldwide. Fuck them all. All of them across the global world, because right now it's time to sit down and plan a new constitution of the United Nations worldwide. Therefore, when I said fuck them all, meaning that tomorrow is a great day to start all over again. To do what? To continue with what we are continuing right now. So we closed that page 8. Now the time is over, and then we're coming back for that page 8 we're talking about. That needs the project implementation plan. Thank you very much. That is your 8 Mile Eminem lyrics of that song, because you are the president most of all the global toy soldiers. All of us are the resurrection of the green ham and eggs. Thank you. Eminem, you are the one to be blamed, because in the 21st millennium, you are the only international, global, worldwide, still with the freedom of speech, of nonsensical talk,